Hey internet, feeling pretty good today, so I'm just going to give you the day 11 update. So yesterday was obviously very good because we got a lot of publicity about the story and raising awareness, and uh, as you can see, my gorgeous fiance has sent me a picture of us in the papers. So that's in the Chester Chronicle. But we also got in the Wrexham Daily Post yesterday. Um, Something that's really keeping me going at the moment is these lovely cards of encouragement, and I get to have it right very close to a picture of me and my fiance on our first ever date, and a card that says "Never give up," which is exactly what I will do. I will never give up. And sorry if I'm rickrolling you there somehow. Um, so today I actually rang up two organisations. The first was the Brain Tumour Charity, and I guess they are based in Farnborough in Hampshire. And another one was Brain Tumour Research. Now, personally, I'm a bit worried about the fact that there's two of them, because as you remember in one of my previous vlogs, if you've seen it, I did talk quite a bit about the Davos speech with Joe Biden and how he touched upon the importance of sharing data. Now, when you get lots and lots of different companies doing research, that means that the research is kind of splitting up. It's not all in one place, which can cause some unnecessary barriers to access really important information. And it's like that information's got to go worldwide as well. It can't just be in the UK. So excuse me, I'm at the point at the moment where I still don't understand where what was taken out of my head, where it's gone. I guess some of it's frozen in the Walton Centre. I would personally prefer that it goes to one of those, probably the brain tumour research is who I would probably prefer it to go to, because I understand that they're even getting on board with doing trials with the Ketogenic Diet. I think they're doing that in London, and it's one of the things that excites me the most in terms of brain cancer, is this idea of, well, or the theory of starving brain tumours out of a body by having a diet that's specifically, although all cells in the body love sugar and glucose and all that, cancer cells do have a specific they have specific favourite nutrients and things that are not so good to continue growing out of control and so on. And the whole idea is finding that one diet which cancer hates, basically. So yeah, it's like starving it out of the body. Now the horrible thing about brain cancer is it's like being in prison. It's stuck in your brain, and especially for people who have grade 4s, and it can metastasize. It's kind of like this really unfair disease that affects good people and just well, it affects anyone really. And it's like they've been sent to prison for nothing, because it's locked in their brain, and because of the blood-brain barrier, it's hard to treat it in ways that other cancers are treated with probably a lot more success. But anyway, so with the trials of this ketogenic diet, it's basically not treating the disease so much as a genetic disease, it's treating it as a metabolic disease. And as I said before, that causes a huge divide in the science community, where some scientists are adamant that it's all about genetics, and then there's some people that are adamant that it's metabolic. But I've certainly seen a lot more success stories on the metabolic front. A lot of long-term survivors seem to have followed that diet, and a lot of people who have been near terminal, have been on that diet and then got away from the terminal zone. So anyway, tomorrow I'm going to Clatterbridge to see my oncologist, so I have absolutely loads of questions to ask him now, after all the research I've been doing the past 2 weeks. And then I guess on Monday I'll start my radiotherapy. And as I said, I'm not scared about radiotherapy. I know in Sky News today that there was a thing about that a lot of cancer centres in the UK are putting patients in danger because their radiotherapy machines are out of date or have gone past the 10-year recommended usage or shelf life or whatever. And people have come away from Clatterbridge with some good results from the radiotherapy there, although I will still obviously be asking how old their machines are there. Don't worry about that. The most important thing in terms of radiotherapy is that we just desperately need this high energy proton beam therapy machines within this country that can treat high grade gliomas, not just myeloblastomas. We need proton beam therapy that can penetrate deeply into the brain, and it can be an option for people who are perhaps like me, who are young and still able to move about with no drift and so on. Because the advantage of that would be that I could get treatment to zap away whatever's left of this tumour in my brain, and I would have less damage to healthy cells, which would obviously help me stay the way I am at the moment in the long term. And obviously there is a lot of controversy with standard X-ray, in that later in life, because your brain's been irradiated, it can cause mutations and disease to come back. So a lot of people say it's not a curative thing, it's just a way of giving you more time and so on, which is just not acceptable. In 1996, the AIDS community were given antiretrovirals, and they can now live a fairly normal life, minus the side effects and so on. People with what I have, we need this cancer cure moonshot to really go ahead. We need some kind of treatment that's going to guarantee us to live a normal, long life. Because part of my goals after I get married is to get grey hairs. I want to die old. And I desperately want to have kids as well with my fiancée Nicola. So I've only just turned 30. I've got too many goals, to accept a shortened life prognosis. It's just not good enough, and I truly believe that if these research companies communicate with each other more effectively, and there's more trials run for the type of tumour that I have, then eventually we're going to start making some headway on finding either a long-lasting treatment or some kind of functional cure, or maybe even a total biological cure at best. But yeah, so it's not a rant. I'm feeling pretty good. Physically I feel well, mentally I feel good. I'm just trying to raise awareness of and try and educate people of the situation within the UK at the moment in terms of brain cancer and the way it's treated. So yeah, I'll leave it there then. So I'll probably do another evening vlog or something depending on what happens today. So see you, internet.